Well, hi, Gail. Hi, Vicky. Gary Delp. Hey, let me be your conspiracy theorist friend for a little bit here. I'm kind of obsessed with this book. I'm reading it for the second time. Um, I read it when it first came out a couple of years ago, and then the second time I had to flow chart things out because there's so many people in the book. But it's called Chaos, Charles Manson, the CIA, and the Secret History of the 60s. It's by author Tom O'Neill. Okay, there are two Smiths that are major players in this thing. Federal money was allotted to start the San Francisco Free Clinic. And David Smith obviously was the founder. He had an office there. Roger Smith was given an office there. And he had all these programs to study people in LSD. And Roger Smith was Charles Manson's parole officer. So Charles Manson and the girls in 1967 used to come into the free clinic all the time. They were regular visitors before he moved to Los Angeles in 68 and then the ultimate events of 1969 that we all know about. So another guy that had an office at the free clinic is Lewis West. They call him Jolly West. And he was the top MK Ultra researcher. Okay, MK Ultra started out as Bluebird in 1948. 49 it was called Artichoke. Then it morphed into MK Ultra, where they studied LSD's effects on people and they tried to hypnotize people and use LSD to try to brainwash them. As it turns out, Lewis J. West was also assigned to Jack Ruby. And after Lewis West visited Jack Ruby in jail, Jack Ruby was essentially insane, hiding under beds and talking nonsense, and they're pretty sure they dosed him with LSD. So anyway, this is quite a book. In a 1955 report, he's denied being involved his whole career in MK Ultra. It was first exposed in 1974, but they never got to the bottom of it. They never proved that Jolly West was involved in it. Well, this Tom O'Neill spent 20 years putting this book together. It started out as an article for a magazine and just kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And he found some letters between Jolly West and Sidney Gottlieb, who's the head of MK Ultra. Okay, they talked about all the goals of the program and all the research, so it proved Jolly West's involvement in MK Ultra. In a 1955 report, West claimed that he had developed the ability to remove and replace memories in a human subject. In other words, he could remove real memories that the subject had and replace them with fake memories that he programmed them to think that they remembered. So crazy, crazy stuff. Anyway, it's a huge book, like 400 or 500 pages, and it comes up with the circumstantial question that was Charles Manson in this MK Ultra program, because one of the goals of the MK Ultra program was to try to treat people with LSD and brainwashing and get them to go out and commit murders or other acts that were against their moral code, such as what the Manson girls did and the murders and all that sort of thing. So there's a whole lot of circumstantial evidence that points to, since Roger Smith was involved in the program and he was so close with Charles Manson, Roger Smith and his wife actually adopted one of the Manson babies that he had with one of the girls. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on here. But anyway, it's the craziest conspiracy book you'll ever want to read. So anyway, I'll tell you more about it sometime if I see you, or you can get the book. There's like 5 different programs that these guys had. They used to have a program called Midnight Climax where they would have prostitutes bring men in and then they would dose them with LSD. This was in San Francisco, and they observed them through one-way glass or mirrors or whatever. And there was drug observation programs similar to this in New York, LA, and San Francisco under the MK Ultra program. The Haight-Ashbury project was one where they dosed people on LSD, and he had a bunch of graduate students working for him. I think that one was Jolly West. He had a bunch of graduate students who brought in people to these communal apartments where they thought they were in a hippie commune, and they dosed them with LSD and studied them. There was a couple later programs. One was called Chaos, one was called COINTELPRO. Don't have the details on those yet, but it's quite a rabbit hole. Thanks for listening. Bye.